Hey guys, Crafters here, and today we're going to be talking about the top 5 stims that I believe are here in Escape from Tarkov. So getting started off with this top 5 list here, I do want to talk about 2 honorable mentions. Our first honorable mention is going to be the Tramadol stim here in Escape from Tarkov. The Tramadol stim is a fantastic stim. It allows you to get from point A to point B a lot quicker by increasing your stamina by a whopping 10 points. The only downside to this stimulant is that it absolutely destroys your energy and your hydration. And for that reason alone, I cannot put it in the top 5 because there's been so many times where I pop the stim to get to resort quicker or to get to extract quicker, and halfway there my energy and stamina is already gone. And if you forgot to bring food and drinks, you're kind of screwed. Your raid's basically over unless you can find some. So for that reason alone, I could not put it in the top 5, but it is still a fantastic stimulant. For our second honorable mention, we have the Mule Stim. The Mule Stim is a fantastic stimulant. What it does is it increases your weight limit by a whopping 50% to help you get out of those really chunky raids where you have 70, 80, 90 kilos worth of gear. It helps you get out of those raids a lot easier without having to basically crawl to extract. But the only downside is the stimulant does actually slowly kill you. So you do have to either combine this stim with a Propol to counteract that effect or consistently heal yourself while on the way to extract. And for that reason alone, I had to put it slightly below. As much as I do love this stim, it is quite pricey at around 1 to 200k depending on the time of wipe. And for that reason alone, I couldn't put in the top 5, but I do believe it did deserve an honorable mention. I want to make a quick interruption to this video to quickly talk about our sponsor for today's video, Advanced GG, the best energy supplement for gaming. It is the energy supplement that I use every day to get the streams out, to continue editing videos late into the night, and just to keep me on my toes at all times. You can get your own over at advancedgg.com with coupon code CRAFTERS. And we'll get right back to the video. Alright, now that we're actually getting started in the top 5 here. At number 5, we do have the SJ6 stimulant here in Escape from Tarkov. The SJ6 is one of my favorite stimulants in the game, especially when I'm trying to spawn in and get to resort quickly, or if I need to get to a quest location quickly before other players. An SJ6 is a fantastic stimulant to get you from point A to point B, and unlike the Tramadol, it does not screw up your stamina and your hydration, which is why I had to put it above. Although I do feel like the Tramadol does give me more stamina, I feel like I can run a bit farther with it, but with the SJ6, I would rather have a little bit less stamina, but be able to keep my food and water, which is important to me so that I don't die. It does have a small tunnel effect at the end, so kind of your vision kind of lowers a little bit at the end there for just a few seconds, and then your hands do tremor a little bit once the stimulant effect is over. But other than those very small things, which honestly I barely notice, I think the stimulant comes in at number 5. Coming in at number 4, we have the Perfotorin, or the Blue Blood stimulant. The Blue Blood stimulant is really good for stopping bleeds. That is my favorite use for it, but it also has other uses, like it does count as a painkiller, and it does regen your health a little bit. I did put this, the Blue Blood on the list mostly for the removal of bleeds effect on it, but it does have other small effects, and those little small effects is why I put it above the Zagustin. The Zagustin unfortunately did not make this list, but it is still a fantastic stim. But I do believe the Blue Blood is slightly better because it does count as an antidote for the unknown toxin. It stops and prevents bleeds, and it gives you a health regeneration as well as a painkiller, which the Zagustin unfortunately does not provide those other small benefits. The only small real downside to the Blue Blood is it does not last as long as the Zagustin. The Blue Blood only lasts for 60 seconds, but I do feel like when I'm in a fight and I have multiple heavy bleeds that I need to stop really quickly, the Blue Blood stim does a fantastic job at quickly stopping those bleeds and slightly healing me back up so I can get back into that fight and continue on. So that is why this stim comes in at number 4. Coming in at number 3, we have the Propol stimulant. This one might be slightly controversial because the Propol stimulant is relatively simple. It basically is a painkiller and it heals you. In short, there is small other benefits like an addition to your metabolism, your health, and your vitality. But the big thing that I use it for is I like to call it the emergency painkiller. I always keep one Propofol on my hotkey, so if I get shot in the leg really quickly, I need to get a painkiller off, or if I'm getting into a fight, I quickly pop one because they're relatively cheap on the flea market or through therapist, and then I can just get back into the fight, and it'll continuously heal me up for 200 or 300 seconds. It'll continuously heal me. It is a slow heal, but at least it's better than nothing, so I like having that small little heal while I'm in a fight, especially if I get a light or a heavy bleed, but it's not enough to pop a blue blood stim. I can just kind of let the Propofol counteract that effect, so I don't really have to worry about healing that bleed while I'm in the fight. So I always keep one of these in my hotbar, and I like to keep 1 to 2 in my injector's case in my container at all times, and for that reason alone, this stimulant comes in at number 3. Coming in at number 2, we have a slightly controversial stimulant here, but I think it is definitely one of the best. We have the 2A2-BTG stimulant. This is a relatively new stimulant coming in. It was either last wipe or 2 wipes ago, so it's relatively new. It is based off the 3-BTG stimulant, but in my opinion, it is better. It increases your attention scale by 10, your perception scale by 10, and your weight limit by 15% for 900 seconds by just slightly reducing your hydration recovery as well. So I like to call this stim a mini mule. I think it is great for getting me out of a situation where I'm just slightly above my weight limit, but I don't really want to spend the 150 to 200k on a mule stimulant. I can just spend the 50k that a 2A2-BTG provides me to get out of that rate a little bit quicker and a little bit cheaper. It is also good for searching things as it does increase your attention scale. So if you're going to Lightkeeper's Island, you're able to search all those containers a lot faster, and potentially if you're close to getting max perception, have the chance at the insta search for the max attention skill. So for those reasons alone, I like to always keep one of these on me. This comes in at number 2. All right, and coming in at the number 1 best stimulant here in Escape from Tarkov for me is the ETG stimulant. This is by far my favorite stimulant, without a doubt, no competition. There is nothing better than when you feel like you're out of a fight, you have 15 health left, your limbs are completely destroyed, but you still have a thorax, still have a head, you still have 1 or 2 legs, and you just barely have them, and you pop that ETG stimulant, 15, 20 seconds later, you're back to full health. There is nothing better than when you are just getting destroyed in a fight, and you need to get back into it. You can back off for a second, pop an ETG, you can get right back in there. There is nothing better than it. I absolutely love this stim. I always like to keep one on me for emergencies, and there's a reason it is expensive on the flea market, usually going for 100 to sometimes up to 200k depending on the time of wipe. There is a reason it is expensive. It is a phenomenal stim. I highly recommend all of you keep one in your injector's case, in your container. Sometimes I'll even keep 2. I love this stimulant. It is absolutely worth the money. Would highly recommend keeping it on you at all times, and that is why it comes in at number 1. Thank you guys so much for watching this top 5 stimulant video here in Escape from Tarkov. Please let me know what you think of my list, and also I want to know what your list is down in the comment section below. Make sure if you haven't to hit that like and subscribe button for more content like this. I hope you have a phenomenal rest of your day today. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one, guys.